Okay. Hi, I'm LP and you're watching the Introducing series. I think my mission as an artist is probably to just connect with people. You know, I feel like that's what this, for me, that's what music requires and is all about. It's the impetus for writing a song. It's the impetus for having a message or whatever you're trying to get across, and a feeling, like to convey a feeling. And I think like I'm just trying to commune with people at a show. Like, to me, like, that's the most important thing. I feel like it's not so much about me being there on stage. I kind of want it to be like a conversation in a way. So many people, but I tend to err on the side of classic things. I love Roy Orbison. I love Freddie Mercury. I love Jeff Buckley and Led Zeppelin and so many people. I mean, God, I'm spacing on. How could I forget? Who's the biggest French singer ever that I love? La Vie en Rose. Gosh, how do I just spaced it. I got nervous. Edith Piaf. Like just people that have a very their emotion is very visceral and very on the surface. Oh, it's it's the thing that gave me the most I would say perspective and understanding of where things come from. I think I had a very typical kind of difficult beginning where I didn't know. I came from a family of lawyers and doctors, and just it was not like the idea of a career in entertainment was just simply not on the table. Really, it was not something that that I was encouraged to do, and it was like quite the opposite. And I think it's so I feel like I started with no contacts, no nothing. Like many people do, but but even it's a very weird thing to try to get good at something that may or may not pan out. Because I was again brought up by people that you went through a certain amount of school and you got to the next level, you took the test, you did this, and then you became that, and but in entertainment you could spend your whole life trying to get put your 10,000 hours in or whatever, and still luck of the draw. So it was a very I think I didn't have a plan B. I just kind of went for it. I think I've definitely learned that one man's trash is another's treasure. I think I've very much learned that I was before Lost on You became what it's become, to a bunch of people. I was dropped from my label after playing them that song. I feel like I just learned a lot from that, and I like to tell that story because I like to encourage people that have heard no, have had the door slammed in their face, and just encourage them to know that doesn't mean you take the same song and you hawk it around the world for the rest of your life going, why? But to just keep going and not to get, not to let one person, it's like, finding, I guess, a lover or something like that. You don't fall in love with every single person, something clicks. And, and also just not to force things. I feel like when you have to allow, not to get too hippy-dippy spiritual, but you have to allow the universe to flow and serve you, and not put confines on it. I think as soon as you do that, you're stopping these possibilities that you may have never thought of. It's kind of cool. I think it has a big role, even people that have no fashion sometimes, or clearly don't care about it sometimes, that's a statement in itself. I think, this is your house, it's like you want to, I think also it doesn't always come down to the brand or whatever you're wearing. I think what transcends is comfortableness and a comfortability in one's own skin, you know, like, and I think that's the thing that like you wanna try to project, and not even like it shouldn't be fake. You want to project it because you feel it, and I think that, you know, fashion in general should include that, incorporate that. So I just like kind of I do what I do. The golden rule. The golden rule is that I think there is no golden rule, you know. I think there is, you have to, you have to do, sometimes you're thinking something seems so outlandish or just not right, and that's the thing, you know. And I think that's what, like, when you hear a song that you're like, wow, I've not heard a song like this before, or an artist like this before, it's usually because it's something that was just so off the cuff that you're like, huh, like, how did that happen? I didn't see that coming. So I think, you know, I'm always, when I go into the studio, whenever I write a song, there's plenty of times where I'm like, oh, I didn't see that coming, you know, and that's what I like to come away with from a session, like that I did something that I don't usually do. From one of my songs? I mean, you know, if I'm gonna go with Lost in You, I remember when I had a funny session with that. I kept going up on a different floor to go to the restroom, and I remember coming back and just going, you know, when you get older, playing or saying her, and I was like, I really like that one. I was like, that says a lot right now, like where, like, you know, with like how I was feeling toward my partner at the time. Johnny Darko is one of my favorites. History of Violence, Joey. I don't know. Gosh. Oh yeah, it's just like this guy's undercover, and he like he thinks he's like, no one knows who he is because he was like a killer or something like that, and then some guy, the mafia guy, comes in and knows his old name and goes, let me have a cup of coffee, Joey. And it just like, as you're like, gah! You know, it's a Hitchcock moment.
Sure, give me some coffee, make it black.
Yes, sir.
Joey.
And your friends?
They don't drink coffee. It doesn't agree with them. Joey.
Oh, I fell. I was that thing right there. It's like a lighting thing, and I remember saying to myself, I'm gonna step on that, and it's not secure. Like the second as I was approaching, I'm like, I'm gonna step on it. I shouldn't step on it. Stepped on it. Bam! Fell in the middle of, you know, and you just hear this, everybody, you know. But at the same time, yeah. And then I did a few push-ups. I meant to do that kind of thing and carried on. No. I just more the same, like writing and recording. Looking to put out a record in September of this year. So release a single in a couple months or so. And yeah, just a lot of touring is coming up. So yeah. Goodbye. That was the Introducing series. Are you glad we were introduced? It's nice to meet you. Thank you very much.